Welcome to another episode of Sacred Reviews. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Fire Emblem OVA, which is an incomplete series comprised of 2 episodes and was brought over to the US by ADV Films. And while I guess the real question is if this anime adaptation of a video game is worth watching despite being incomplete, the short answer is no, but the long answer is sit down and let me tell you about it. Plot-wise, the series follows the events of the 3rd game. Though in brief, this means the 2 episodes that we do get are dedicated to the setup for the conflict and the first missions where you can recruit additional characters. Outside of the series is, as I stated, entirely unfinished, so you'll never know if Mars actually manages to succeed in his quest or not. Albeit he most likely will, since it's not like the anime would give you the bad ending to a video game, right? Damn it! Now I really want to know if they would have followed up on the actual ending or the game over string, and who would have died along the way.
Let them all go, but Mars!
Voice acting-wise, the series is rather terrible, to be honest. Well, maybe it's not all terrible, but a few of the voice actresses have French accents, which feel rather jarring considering none of the other characters talk like that. So they just stand out for all the wrong reasons, with one of the characters being a maid and the other one being hinted at being the village bicycle. Right, she lets every man who helps save her village have a ride. Outside of the accent issues, we also have a few voice actors and actresses with voices that can make paint peel. Albeit the princess is probably the worst offender in that category.
I said I was sorry.
Big deal! I skipped my sword lesson just to be with you today, and you act like I'm not even here. Maybe I'll just go find some other prince to play with.
Another issue is that a few of the performances are also suspect and only serve to raise my eyebrows. The flashback with the evil mage definitely comes to mind.
Never! Not a soul in Aricia will accept your offer. Prepare to die!
Oh, brave words. It's really such a pity that I don't have the time to kill you more slowly. And now you die.
Seriously, you think you will have learned a lesson once taught by a great guitar about this sort of stuff a long time ago?
Talk too much, you know that? You shouldn't say anything when you were about to finish someone off.
Exactly! If you have time to brag, you have time to cast. So get to work, Dark Sorceress, or prepare to be killed because of your worthless chatter. Outside of all those issues, the rest of the performances are sort of standard, I guess. They aren't exactly terrible, they aren't exactly memorable either. But the only true upside to the sound are the musical scores, but I'd be surprised if those were terrible considering the source material we're dealing with. In terms of animation, the series suffers from several issues if you're looking back at it now. Outside of the general issue of being extremely dated since the work was originally released back in 1996, the series also suffers from the usual issues of obviously recycled animation and the usage of speed lines during fights. And while I can overlook these issues, I find it much harder to overlook the issues of this one guy's swords, which appear crimson in close-ups but appear to look like a normal blade any other time. I'd even argue that this issue is almost comical when you consider this scene.
I've heard tales of a man who wields 2 crimson blades and can defeat an entire army.
Outside of those issues, the animation is probably rather standard for the time, even if it does feel a bit on the cheap side in this day and age. In conclusion, the Fire Emblem OVA just isn't that enjoyable. The few good bits are overshadowed by its incomplete nature and all the flaws mentioned previously. I'd even go so far as to say it's a series that came and went with little to no comment, and the only reason I'm dragging it back out from the grave is because it's something I can watch in a single afternoon and then comment on.